Imagine you're at a crowded public event, just another day where people are milling around, going about their business. Everything seems normal, until out of nowhere, a real-life hero steps in to save the day. Now, here's where it gets crazy. That hero? Prince William, the future King of England. Yep, you heard me right. In a moment that no one expected, Prince William went from royal figure to everyday hero in a split second. But how did this even happen? What was the situation that had this royal family member risking it all to protect a child? This isn't the kind of story you hear every day, is it? And the best part, it wasn't a huge, planned rescue mission. It was instinct. It was quick thinking. And it was pure bravery. So let me ask you, if you were in that crowd, would you have known what to do? Could you have reacted as fast as Prince William did? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now, if you're thinking of Prince William as just a figure in a suit, shaking hands and giving speeches, let me tell you, it's time to rethink that image. Sure, he's got a title and a lot of responsibility, but at his core, he's just a regular guy like the rest of us. And here's the thing. He's got a heart that's just as big as his title. Born into royalty, yes, but that hasn't stopped Prince William from using his position to make a real difference in the world. Whether it's supporting mental health initiatives, environmental causes, or being a doting father to his kids, William's shown time and time again that he's more than just someone who wears a crown. He's a man who deeply cares about people. But on this day, he wasn't doing any of that. He wasn't on a charity mission. He wasn't addressing a crowd, and he wasn't giving a speech. He was simply attending a public event, doing what he does best, engaging with the people. This was supposed to be just another event in a long list of royal duties. But what happened next, no one saw coming. So, who was the person at the heart of this unexpected moment? The child, a young soul who had no idea what was about to happen. In the midst of the crowd, this child found themselves in a dangerous situation. But it wasn't just any situation. It was one that could have turned catastrophic in a blink. How did Prince William find himself in the middle of it? Was he prepared to step in and act? Let's dive into the moment of danger and see how everything unfolded. It all happened so fast. 1 minute, the crowd was cheering, smiles everywhere as people gathered around to catch a glimpse of the royal family. Prince William was interacting with the public, shaking hands, laughing, and exchanging words. It was an atmosphere filled with excitement and joy. But then, suddenly, everything changed. In the middle of all that chaos, a child, just like any other in the crowd, found themselves in a position no one would have expected. The crowd was thick, and with so many people around, things can get a little unpredictable. The child, caught in the hustle and bustle, was dangerously close to a barrier, one that was no longer secure. The wind was picking up, and one wrong move, and the entire thing could topple over. No one seemed to notice at first, and the danger was real. It wasn't a huge, dramatic disaster waiting to happen, but in that split second, everything could have gone wrong. The child was standing near the edge, unaware of the risk. Their innocence and excitement meant they weren't thinking about the danger, just enjoying the moment. But all of a sudden, the situation was critical. People in the crowd were either too far away to notice or were too caught up in the excitement to see the child's positioning. It was Prince William, amidst all of the noise and chaos, who immediately spotted what was going on. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, the future King of England turned into the protector everyone needed. Without hesitation, Prince William stepped forward, quickly and quietly weaving his way through the crowd to get closer. It wasn't a dramatic moment at first, just a simple instinct kicking in. But by the time people realized what was happening, he had already reached the child. And that's when the real heroics started. Now, this is where the real heroism shines through. Prince William wasn't just standing by and watching the chaos unfold. No, he was in full protector mode. In that instant, he didn't hesitate. With the child in danger, he didn't wait for others to notice or assume someone else would act. He went straight into action. Without a second thought, he quickly reached the child, gently but firmly guiding them away from the dangerous spot. There was no fanfare, no royal protocol, just a man who saw a need and acted immediately. He didn't shout or make a spectacle of it. He simply kept his calm and focused on the child, making sure they were safe. Imagine that moment. The crowd still buzzing around, unaware of the potential danger, and in the middle of it all, here's Prince William, quietly protecting a child. It's not about the title. It's not about the fame. It's about stepping up when it counts, no matter who you are. Once he had the child safely in his arms, he didn't just leave it there. He didn't just make sure the child was out of harm's way and walk off. Prince William took the time to check on the child, making sure they were okay, making sure they felt safe and reassured in that whirlwind moment. He didn't rush off to the next duty or interaction. He stayed present. It was clear that, for Prince William, the safety of his child was the most important thing in that moment. The royal figure people are used to seeing in perfectly controlled settings was now just another human being, looking out for another human being. That's the kind of leadership that goes beyond titles and fame. And here's the kicker. By the time the crowd realized what had happened, the danger had been averted, and the moment was over. People were left in awe, not because of what they had seen, but because they hadn't even realized how close it came to being something much worse. So, what happened after the dust settled, after the heroics, and the child was safely out of harm's way? Prince William didn't make a big deal about it. He didn't demand attention or seek praise. That's just not his style. Instead, he continued on with his duties, interacting with the crowd and keeping the event moving smoothly. But the impact of what had just happened, that wasn't something anyone was going to forget anytime soon. The child, now safe and sound, was clearly a little shaken, but incredibly grateful. They had no idea just how close they had come to a potentially dangerous situation. For them, the experience would have been surreal. A blur of excitement followed by a sense of calm, all thanks to Prince William's swift actions. And here's the interesting thing. The crowd, as they caught wind of what had just occurred, began to whisper about what they had witnessed. While no one had really seen the danger unfold, everyone could sense something had changed. There was a new respect for Prince William, not just as a royal, but as a real person, a protector who was willing to step in when it mattered. But the ripple effect didn't end there. News spread, and soon enough, the moment became something of a symbol. People weren't just talking about the royal family or the event. They were talking about how we all have the potential to step up when others need us the most. How one person, no matter who they are, can make all the difference in a world that sometimes feels chaotic and unpredictable. Prince William didn't need a medal or a thank you. The gratitude was in the child's eyes, in the crowd's admiration, and in the message that lingered long after the event ended. That heroism isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, subtle, and doesn't need to be recognized by the masses to be meaningful. So, what can we take away from this unforgettable moment? Prince William, in all his royal duties and responsibilities, showed us that true heroism doesn't come with a cape. It doesn't come with a flashy announcement or grand gestures. It comes in the form of small, decisive actions, like stepping in when someone is in need and doing what's right without a second thought. In a world that often feels like it's all about the noise, this moment was a reminder that we all have the power to be heroes in our own way. Whether it's protecting someone from danger, standing up for what's right, or simply being there for someone when they need it most, those moments can make a world of difference. So, let's take a page out of Prince William's book and look for ways to make the world a little safer, a little kinder, and a little more compassionate. After all, heroism isn't reserved for the rich and famous. It's in all of us. All it takes is one moment of courage to change someone's life. And hey, before you go, what do you think? Have you ever had a moment where you stepped up to help someone, or maybe witnessed someone else doing something truly heroic? We'd love to hear your stories. Drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if it moved you. Share it with someone who needs a little reminder that heroes are all around us. And subscribe to our channel for more heartwarming stories like this one. Oh, And hit that notification bell so you never miss out on a story that'll leave you inspired. Thanks for watching, and remember, you don't have to wear a crown to be a hero.